In this heartfelt episode of Becoming You at 40, we welcome a very special guest, Rue Hopley, a courageous woman who chose to invest in her healing, growth and self-worth. From a quiet moment of reflection at a bushveld retreat to powerful breakthroughs during a 12-week transformation journey, Rue opens up about the emotional shifts, mindset changes, and deep reconnection with her identity. If you've ever wondered what coaching can truly unlock, not just in your life, but in your soul, this episode will speak to you. Rue's story is a beautiful reminder that transformation begins the moment we choose ourselves. Hi there, I'm Chaneen. As a certified health coach and kinesiologist, I help busy women in their 40s who feel tired, overwhelmed, anxious, frustrated and stuck to live their best years in great health and balance. Together, we'll explore a life that reflects intentional living and lays the foundation for you to live your life's purpose and flourish in your 40s. Welcome to Becoming You at 40. Welcome back to another episode of Becoming You at 40. I'm your host, Chaneen Dippenaar, and today's episode is extra special. I'm joined by someone who has walked the transformation journey through my coaching program, not just as a client, but as a courageous woman who chose to invest in herself and her worth. In this conversation, we're diving into her real life experience, her challenges, her breakthroughs, and the beautiful shifts that unfolded along the way. If you've ever wondered what coaching can do for your mindset, self-worth, and life, this episode is for you. So please grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's welcome Rue Hopley to the show. You can join the Becoming You at 40 community by following my podcast, so go ahead and hit that button now. I'm very excited to have a very special guest here today. Rue and I have known each other for about 6 years and I greatly admire her. She is a strong and accomplished woman. Her love for people and her ability to unite them serve her congregation well, where she serves as a reverend. She's doing a fantastic job with our youth in our church, and many members of our congregation highly appreciate her unique contribution as a woman. And despite a hectic schedule, she's also busy with her doctorate. So Rue, it's an honor to welcome you to the show today.
Thank you, Chaneen. It's an honor to be here. Glad to share my story.
We are so happy that you are here. And just to provide the listeners with some background and shed some light on why I invited you to the show today, Rue joined me on a wellness retreat earlier this year. The retreat was held at our bushveld farm in Limpopo, South Africa. Our farm is called Droomfontein, and it is a very beautiful and special place that allows our guests to rest, reflect and rejuvenate. At that time, you were at a place where you needed time away from the rat race to reflect and recharge.
At that stage, I've been wanting to go on a retreat. I've been on spiritual retreats before, but I just didn't commit to anything, and you just nudged me with an invite and I decided to go.
Yeah, well, I'm very happy that you did go. It was really lovely to have you there. And after the weekend retreat, you invested in a 12-week coaching program with me. And I'm so excited and grateful that you agreed to speak to us about your journey during the program and share your experience with the listeners. So thank you very much for being here today. Now, as mentioned, you attended the February retreat because you needed a time out. Please tell us how you are doing now.
At this stage, I'm at a completely different point than I was starting off the beginning of the year. I cannot even explain the changes that has happened. It's incredible. If you would have told me in January, February, that I would feel the way I feel now, I would not have believed you. And if you would have told me that it would be a health coaching journey and the kinesiology that would have made the difference, I would have laughed.
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's really, it's actually intriguing I want to learn more about what you want to share now. So let's just go back. While you were on the wellness retreat, you joined me for a coaching session. We sat there under the big green tree. It was a lovely summer's morning. And I remember how accurately you could describe how you felt. Can you share a bit about where you were emotionally and mentally then?
I think I've always been able to know where I am emotionally, physically, holistically, but I've never been able to know what to do about it. I think that has been a problem for a long time in my life. And I think what I liked about the session we had was you had this holistic approach. So you asked me, you took stage for stage or aspect for aspect, and we could talk about that, and you kind of zoomed into that, and you could ask why, anxiety-wise, why irritation-wise, why physically, why are you tired? And I could really think. And at that stage, my parents were starting to have some health challenges because they were aging. Suddenly, it became my problem. I think when you start getting my age, it's a reality that parents age, and it's some decisions need to be made, and you have to make them, although they think, or they still want to make them. And that suddenly just dawned on me that big changes are coming, and I'm not ready for it. I lost a lot of weight last year, about 40 kilograms, but I didn't do it in a healthy way. I did it fast. So although the weight was gone, I think I was very unhealthy. I was not eating any breakfast. I was actually not eating in the day at all. So I had no energy. So I was tired the whole time. I was irritated with everything and everyone. And I was taking out my irritation and my anxiety on my loved ones, on my colleagues, which was not fair to them, and is really actually unacceptable in my job. It's not me. So I was January, February, really in a place where I did not feel comfortable in myself, in my body, in my space where I was living. I know I needed to rest better. I had a very difficult December at my job. We had a lot of people passing away in difficult circumstances, so I know I did not rest well. So I thought maybe a vacation will do that. If I rested better throughout the year, maybe that would recharge me, but never committed to planning that well. I think unconsciously, although I had 2 to 3 years left to do my doctorate, I think I was really anxious about time running out, and I do not have a plan. I was just a mess. I was a total mess. And I think you had the ability in our session to kind of pack that out. I felt completely overwhelmed by life. And you kind of said, stop, let's just do this one for one. And then it was easy for me to say, okay, this is because of that. This is because of that. This is because of that.
Yeah.
And that helped me to see, okay, this is not a big mess. Everything is not falling apart. There's reasons. There's hormonal changes. I'm not sleeping in a good routine. I do not have a plan for resting well this year. And it kind of, I'm not eating well, too much sugar, it just kind of became more something that we would be able to handle. I just felt really, okay, there's a plan. So the coaching, it just became. I remember you were talking about the different packages you had, and I was just like, no, let's just do the 12-week one. Let's just do it. We're not even going to talk about this anymore.
You felt as if you didn't have a strong foundation anymore. Everything was just passing you by almost. You were trying to grab onto everything, but you couldn't hold on, and you didn't have space almost to grab onto anything anymore. But it's not the story anymore.
No.
Now
no,
your life looks so much different. So what made you decide to buy that 12-week program at that particular time?
Firstly, you have an amazing ability to listen.
Oh, thank you.
And to really hear what I'm saying. So you caught on to the things that I was really saying and not saying. So then when you mirrored it back to me, you said exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
And so I felt really heard. And then the plan you came up with was, okay, but now we are gonna, you were like, don't feel overwhelmed. This is a totally doable situation. We are going to start with this, and then we will do this. And then so it just felt suddenly there's a plan.
Yeah.
We are going to start at the beginning. It's going to be, it just felt that exactly, suddenly there's a foundation, there's a plan, there's a, I cannot go on like this. Like, I cannot go on. I just want to pack my bags and run away overseas to just get away. But that's not the answer. I have responsibilities. I have a job. I have a family. So it just felt like you were giving me this lifeline, and I have to grab onto it. And I just did.
I think you were so ready for it as well.
Exactly.
You were so ready, and you knew something was going to give. You knew you needed something, and that was exactly what you needed at that stage. And you felt comfortable to take on that journey. What was your experience like during the coaching journey? Were there any moments that really stood out for you?
I think I already said it now, but it was. I could not believe how you were able to hear what I was saying, because I babble a lot, as you've heard now. I say a lot of things, and sometimes totally off topic, and I jump from topics, but you were able to zoom into the problem areas immediately, probably because of your training. Well, you are well trained, but also because of who you are. So we always got to the core issue, and I think that helped. So there was never a session where I walked out and thought, oh, this was a waste of time, or we didn't get to the core issue. Every session was focused. You had tools that were the tool that was needed for that specific situation. It worked. You followed up. So there isn't one specific session that I can think of that stood out. All of the sessions were. You were well prepared, it was focused, it had a specific outcome, there was follow-up, and they still follow up. So I'm not getting away with slacking in any of the things I have to do.
Not letting you off the hook that easily. What were some of the biggest hurdles that you overcame during the process?
The biggest hurdle I've ever had is my relationship with food. I've always had a very, very strange relationship with food. Comes from my childhood home, and I did not think. You were optimistic in the beginning that we would figure that out quickly. I was not. We did figure it out really quickly. If you would have said that we could get a good routine with healthy food within a week or two, I would have laughed. I've been trying to do that I'm 38 now, like for most of my adult life. My mother has been trying to do that for my whole childhood. And that was, so I would have thought that would have been the biggest challenge. That was the easiest thing, and that is still something that is just easy to do. So changing my relationship with food, and then my biggest issue was not food. It turned out it was routine and keeping to a routine. So that is still something I struggle with now, and that is the thing I needed the biggest help with. But I thought it was food. It was. I think it helped because 12 weeks is a very nice time to get a routine and settle into that. My weekly routine, sticking with it, that is a bigger hurdle to to work through.
Yeah, but you have put in place so many strategies, and I mean your routine is has already improved so much from where you were. So although there's always room for improvement, I think you've already come a long way with your routine. And there's also you know, the job that you are in makes it a bit more challenging because you don't have a 9 to 5 job. I mean, you have to be available at odd hours. And I'm sure that if you just continue with the strategies that you have in place, you will always be able to at least manage it to the best of your ability.
I think what really worked was in the 12 weeks, we tried different things. So I know what works and what doesn't work.
Yes.
So I can always go back. Where before that, I did not know what worked.
Yeah.
So I would try something I saw on the internet or something I read about and it would not work, or I would read it and think, oh, no, that's not going to work. Or I would do diaries, or I would do this, or I would do that. And I would just say, that's not going to work in my setup. Or, but you not forced me, led me, guided me to try this and try that and see if this works. And because we had the time, we could do that, and it worked for 6 weeks, or it's still working, or so if there's a week where I don't get to it, I can always just fall back.
Absolutely,
it's the same with the food routine. If there is a week where there's a lot of sugar or a lot of carbs or a lot of parties, I know what to get back to.
Exactly.
It's the easiest thing. I cannot believe that I did not just think of this before. I cannot believe that it took me 12-week training and coaching to just have these basic elements of life.
Yeah, but as you mentioned, I mean, you were already 38, so you were in a very set routine, in a very specific way that you were living, and that came from many years. So that was established. To break that down takes time. And now you have to put in a new routine, and that also takes time. And it can take up to 6 months for those routines to really set in and be established. So, but you are doing so amazingly. What are some of the most meaningful changes you've experienced since completing the program?
The fact that I can stick to the eating guidelines. I've really cut down to my sugar use, absolutely, that I've never been able to do on my own. So even after the coaching sessions, I've stuck to eating well, not eating as much sugar as I always did. Binge eating is not a thing anymore. It's just sticking to the stuff that we practiced and we trained, and it's phenomenal that I just didn't just stop afterwards because I realized how well I felt while we were doing it, and I wanted that to continue. I remembered how I felt in the beginning of the year. It was awful.
Yes.
It was terrible. So, and I know I've heard so many times how people would say healthy eating, healthy living, how it makes you feel, it makes you feel good. But I did not believe it. I don't know. How bad sugar makes you feel, how a regular sleep schedule is good for you. But I did not believe it until I started doing it, and I felt like a completely different person. So I wanted that to continue, and that is why I kept on doing everything.
Yeah, the positive outcomes is what's keeping you motivated to continue. How did the coaching environment support your growth?
If it was not for the way you motivated me and you followed up and checked in, and the constant aloneness of it, there's no way. I don't think I see a lot of online coaching ads that there's no person on the other side. And I don't think that would work for my personality. Maybe it works for some other people. But I think the fact that I had to drive to you, or you were online when we had online sessions, you were on the other side waiting
Yes.
for me. And you messaged me, and if I did not message back, you would message again, or you would phone. I think that was key, absolutely key, to have that accountability of someone on the other side saying, how are you doing? How is this? You asked, obviously, how can I support you with this? And I would say, I needed to check if I did this by 9 on Friday. And then you did. And I think that's owed to you. I think it's a lot of responsibility on your side, but I would not have been able to do that. That's just who I am.
Well, it's just, I guess it's part of the program,
Yes.
because it's not just about keeping you accountable, it's also knowing there's someone that's walking the path with you. You are not alone in the journey. And I think trying to do it on your own, no one will know if you don't do it. So,
Exactly.
And I think that's where health coaching changed the narrative.
Yeah. And I wanted to add, you were not unreasonable. So if I said I did not do my yoga today, I couldn't get up this morning, or even if it was a reason like that. Sometimes I had good reasons for some stuff, but even if it was a reason like I overslept, because you would not be unreasonable, or because that would not have worked with me. You cannot tell me what to do. I'm a grown person.
Yes.
But that so the way you handled it was also it worked so well with my personality, and I think it's because you also know how to work with people. So you would say, that's fine, are we going to try tomorrow? And then you would check up and see. You would get the commitment from me, and you would check up.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind that life happens
Yes.
also, and that sometimes we are a bit tired,
And
and
I
then we
like
need
that,
self-compassion as well.
Yeah.
How has your mindset shifted as a result of the coaching?
I think my whole life, but especially the beginning of the year, it just felt hard, like difficult. Difficult to get a routine started, difficult to plan my PhD progress, difficult to start eating better, difficult, overwhelming, big, like something pressing on me so I can't breathe. Now it's like, it's not. I know it was hard. I don't want to say that it was not hard. It was commitment. I had
Definitely
to
was.
like do a 2-week cleansing, eating nothing, but it was rough. It was hard. I didn't want to go sleep earlier at night, and I didn't want to get up, and so it is it's easier now and at the end to say it, but it does not feel overwhelming anymore. Like if I say this week, get back to your routine, stop with the sugar, stop with the carbs, get back to your wraps and your, I know it's just something I decide to do. It's not this, oh no, where it just felt so impossible to do. I don't know if it just felt so, a whole body experience of overwhelming. But it's not that anymore. Nothing of those things. Not sitting and doing my routine for the next week. It's not impossible. Not planning ahead. Not eating. Nothing of the stuff, because I've done it. Step for step.
Yes.
It just does not
And
feel...
because you've got the proof that you've done it, that's what you can fall back on, and that's what you can build on for going forward. But I'm so happy to hear that you don't feel overwhelmed anymore, and that even if crises do come up, because they do, you feel in control and you have the tools to handle that. So that's wonderful to hear. And as you know, and you also mentioned it earlier in the show, that I do offer the kinesiology as part of my coaching programs. And it sets my offering apart from others who don't have that offering to add. And of course, you did take advantage of that opportunity. So do you feel that the addition of kinesiology made a difference for you?
Oh, for sure. This was so interesting. So we were skeptical about the kinesiology, just because we've never experienced it on the retreat. In the demonstration you did on the retreat, that was just to show us what it was. You pinpointed a thing that was absolutely a thing I've been struggling with emotionally probably my whole life. So then I was like, well, maybe it's not, maybe there is something to it. So you did give the free session as part of the 12-week health coaching. And I thought, well, obviously I'll take a free session for anything. And it really, really made a difference. There was some standout emotionally difficult things that happened, as well as other things, low energy because I traveled abroad, and things like that happened throughout the year, that the kinesiology was just you pinpointed it, and the session just was magic. Not magic. It worked really, really well. So I would, I've talked to a lot of people about it that's struggling with not getting answers from doctors, medication not working. I'm like, you have to go see Chaneen. She's gonna fix you right up with that. So no, I would really go again and again just for a quick reset, or a quick pinpointing of what the issue is, what the blockage is, and what it really, I felt so much better every time after I was there.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Kinesiology is such a wonderful modality that it can get to the source, and it can get to whether you are struggling on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a biochemical level. And that's why I've decided to add it into my coaching, because if you, just as an example, if you are an emotional eater and we don't do something about the emotion behind that, how are you going to break that habit? So I'm really happy to hear that you've experienced it so positively. So thank you for that feedback. Can you share a specific example of how your life looks different now compared to before?
Well, I'm sure if you talk to my close people close to me, they would for sure say that I am not the same as in January, February. I'm definitely not as anxious and irritated with them. Shame, the people close to you always get the brunt of your state.
It's for all of us.
And my focus is much better. That is, I have to say, that was such a surprise that I had to take medication for concentration when I really had to focus on my PhD, which now I don't have to do because I don't struggle with it anymore. And I think that's absolutely because of what I'm eating and my sleeping. It really feels like it was a time of preparation, because there's a lot of changes in my life at this stage.
Okay.
And the big decisions about my parents, big changes for them are all coming together now. And I'm ready.
Oh, wow.
So it just feels, again, that I'm standing on the ground with my 2 feet. The floor is not wobbling. Everything that's coming is totally doable. And that's not how it felt. It felt like the earth was shaking the whole time in January. And it just feels like everything is under control. So I am so, so grateful that the opportunity came at the right time. You were the right person. I had the opportunity to go through this time of preparation, time of fixing these things that were actually very easy to fix if you just have the guidance and you have the ability to do it. So it's just, I'm so, so grateful for going through being able to go through that at that time, so I could handle everything that's happening now. And so I'm in a totally different place.
Absolutely,
than that,
yeah. And you've got a strong foundation now.
And the PhD is going to be done
Yes,
in
you've
time.
if you've made so much progress since
yes.
well, from the coaching until
Yes,
now.
yes.
I'm so proud of you about that. Because there was a time that you were really stressed about whether
And there
you were
was
going
nothing.
to
I've not done anything.
complete it. What tools do you still use? Some of the tools that we used in the coaching, do you still use today?
So the one that I am definitely almost daily turning back to is the box breathing. So I was, for some reason, there was a day last week, I don't know why specifically, maybe just the way I woke up or something, I was feeling really stressed. I don't know why, there wasn't specifically something happening that day, but I just felt really anxious. I had some deadlines, so it was probably because of that. And suddenly it just popped into my head, box breathing. And I had some time, I had to drive about 30 minutes to a place, and I started box breathing all the way there. And I just totally calmed down.
Wow.
Totally calmed down. And that was the first thing we did on the retreat.
Yes, it was like the first
thing we did on the retreat. And it stuck with me. And I've taught it to my niece that's 7 years old. Before she performs something to do it, I've told everybody about it. It is the single most helpful thing I've learned. There's a lot of things, but the box breathing is a thing. You can do it anywhere. It is an immediate calming thing, and it's easy to remember. So you just do it when you remember. So I'm so thankful for that little trick.
Yeah, that little tool that you keep in your back pocket. Was there any particular lesson or insight that has stuck with you the most?
I think it's the same as what I just mentioned. I think it's just breathe.
Yeah.
Just breathe.
Yeah.
Nothing is overwhelming in life. There's tools, people that are trained to help you through anything. I was, before this, a very big believer in, stick it out, do it yourself. I would refer other people to get help, but I wouldn't get it for myself.
Yeah.
But this has opened my eyes to, if the issue is health related, get health coaching.
Yeah.
If it's emotional stuff, go see a counselor. There's help for everything out there. So I think just breathe.
Yeah.
Stop
Oh
and
wow,
breathe.
that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think we can all take that for ourselves. How did the program help you reconnect with your sense of worth?
I think the kinesiology especially helped with that. I think the health coaching was really more on the practical side. How are we going to fix eating, sleeping, breathing, those kind of things.
Foundational stuff, yes.
The kinesiology really picked up on my imposter syndrome that I've been struggling with probably my whole life. So that was more the kinesiology, and you helped me with that. And then when we picked up that in kinesiology, it became a topic of discussion in the health coaching.
Yes.
And then you could help me through that, and really empowered me. And then it became a topic of discussion. It kind of snowballed into some other discussions I've been having with some mentors and in other places. And then suddenly I had the ability to just step into myself and my body and my spaces and take up the space that I really deserve. So, it's been really an empowering a few months too. It took a long time, but suddenly there was just a day that I asked you to, can we have a session? Today is the day.
Yes.
Today is finally the day. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Today I'm taking back my space.
Oh wow.
So that was, and I mean, it's you wouldn't think that food and sleeping and yoga and breathing would have anything to do with it, but I think it's it's because it's a holistic approach,
Yes.
and you are a holistic being. And when you feel better in yourself and in your space, because you even helped me to tidy up the space I live in. You didn't help me. You guided me to doing it myself. But I mean, so I suddenly felt better holistically.
Yes.
And there was just a day when suddenly I felt more empowered to take up my space.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I think that's, just from my side, that's what I want for every client, just to be able to reach that point of becoming the person that you're supposed to be. And I think you are there, and that's wonderful. Not that you weren't there. I think what we do is we cover ourselves to protect ourselves.
Yes.
And then we don't allow our being to come out. And if you do take care of yourself, self-care, practice self-care, that's when you can show up in the way that you are supposed to. And you are just beautiful in your being. I must just add that. So what would you say to someone who's considering health coaching but is hesitant about it?
I would strongly, strongly encourage someone to try it. If you can't do the 12 weeks, or you can't do the shorter 8 weeks, or then just do the retreat, or just come for one session. I've been nagging everybody in my life to just do one session, just maybe to get the holistic picture of where you are at this stage for yourself, just to see, okay, it's really not looking good, or it's actually better than I think. I just need to maybe work on this one aspect, my sleep, or my food, or my... I think it's really important to reflect. Trevor Hudson said a while back, you do not learn from experience. You don't. You only learn from reflecting on experience.
Oh, that's so true. That's very powerful.
So just to stop and to see, where am I, and you help with that. So you ask the right questions, you help to kind of give yourself some marks on some stuff, and then to say, okay, but why? Why do you have a low mark on this specific thing?
Yes.
Just one session to see, okay, but why do I score low on this specific thing? And then to see, okay, but maybe it is worthwhile investing in this kind of few weeks process, and to come to the realization that it is not as big a thing as you would think. It's 5 little steps, and it's easy, it's done.
It's 5 little steps that are easy, but it's so empowering and so transformative.
Exactly.
Yeah, it can really change your life.
You won't believe in beforehand how the changes that it can affect.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Last question. If you could sum up your coaching journey in one word or one phrase, what would that be?
Life-changing.
Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. Rue, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today. You are an inspiration, and I am proud of how far you've come. It is an honor to work with you and to witness your transformation, and my wish for you is that you will keep growing as you become more and more you, and that this journey will bless not only you, but also the people who are dear to you and the people whom you work with. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you for having me and letting me share my story.
Oh, it's very brave of you to do that. So I commend you for that as well. Thank you so much for joining us for this heartfelt and inspiring conversation. Rue's journey is a beautiful reminder that transformation begins the moment we choose ourselves, our healing, our growth, and our worth. If Rue's story resonated with you, I invite you to reflect on where you are in your own journey. Maybe it's time to pause, breathe, and ask, what do I need right now to become the version of me I know I'm meant to be? I'd love to connect if you're curious about coaching or want to explore what my programs could mean for you. The description box provides more details and a booking link for a complimentary Becoming You at 40 coaching session, offering a great starting point. If you are ready to take that step, you'll also find the link to purchase one of my coaching programs. You can visit dayenucare.co.za. Remember, transformation begins the moment we choose to step up for ourselves. Thank you and keep listening. Until next time.
Stop wasting time scrolling through endless clickbait, social media, and emails trying to keep up with the news. Instead, listen to all the news you need in just 10 minutes.
Welcome to The Newsworthy.
The Newsworthy podcast makes it faster, easier, and more enjoyable to get unbiased news on the go.
It helps us navigate the news without feeling overwhelmed.
Even when my time is limited.
So much detail and information in 10 minutes.
Listen now by searching The Newsworthy in your podcast app or go to thenewsworthy.com.